And another way people do it and way people change the narrative, which is what I believe is happening with the G Unit spinner chain. I believe,
The G unit spinach chain, huh?
I believe that the last video, I didn't even put out an edited version of it, the last Spider Loke joint, because it was like enough is enough already.
That is actually how the G Unit spinner was returned to home base.
And therefore, the actual process of the chain changing hands to get back, I couldn't tell you.
It seems now that it's like they're upset now.
The two snitch brothers, the Mexicans that was tapped in, had nothing to do with the return of that chain whatsoever. I don't know. I believe 50 has some interest in pumping up their profile to sell some type of episode he has with them on one of his TV ventures. And they had no involvement in that
None?
chain coming back. I've even seen Tony Yayo on some pretty big podcasts expressing that the chain came back because these two twin um, El Chapo associates sent a drought to the streets of Chicago in order to bring that chain back. I'm here to tell you on my mama, facts over feelings, that is the furthest thing from the truth. I was very personally involved with that chain coming back, and I might have to invite my boy Godfather. I might have to set up an interview
There you
with
go.
you
Do that.
and Godfather Cam so you can get the full story.
No, they can. They have nothing to do. The Flores
Well,
twins have nothing to do with this history. And it's like, are you rewriting history because they cooperated, or did that really happen the way you're saying it happened? And you've told us you don't know what happened to the chain.
And therefore, the actual process of the chain changing hands to get back, I couldn't tell you.
Can we get any clarification on that chain story?
yes, finally, huh? I took
Well,
offense when I heard.
let me say something, man. That dude,
Took offense for when people say
uh,
that.
Hold on, Jay. Hold on, Jay. Pete wants to interject real quick. Go ahead, Pete.
wait, what's his name? Lokes.
Spider
What's his
Loke.
name? Spider Lokes is full of shit. He just annoyed the shit out of me. Like he needs to get lost. He's irrelevant. In the whole story, but he overheard the conversation. Now he want to go out there and call people liars. It's just stupid.
There we go, Jay.
Yeah. So for my brothers, obviously it's a touchy subject, but I heard different type of comments. I heard even saying that 50 Cent made up a story to give us street cred, and I want to make it clear who we are today is different, but who we were back then, we were the street, like plain and simple. I don't care if people get on their feelings, and it's the truth, right? Um, and that story, the way 50 Cent said it, is exactly the way it happened. I don't know, I heard Jojo Capone, whoever he thinks he is. I really don't buy his story. I don't believe it. It's as simple as uh, the chain got stolen, and I'm gonna make it clear: them same people that stole that chain at one time robbed me and 12 of my guys, and I got all the jewelry back when they did that to me, and I find out that they stole the G Unit chain. At that time, me being in the music business, understanding that there's a lot of like facades are in there of tough people, I found out that the chain was trying to be sold to Irv Gotti and Ja Rule, for whatever number of whatever money, and they're waiting on trying to get a big paycheck. And at that time, my fam who worked with 50 Cent and everyone, said, hey, man, like they took the chain, and I would like that back. I had no idea they had actually took it. And I made a phone call to a close associate who, I'd rather not mention, but he could be in the streets, he could not be. Made a call and I said, hey, I need the chain. He didn't ask me for nothing. He said, send your guys some come get it. That same day, they took it to the post office, FedExed it to the next day to just the way you heard to SRC, where someone at the label walked it down to 50 Cent's office, which was at Interscope at that time. And 50 got on the phone with me and he said, what do you want? I said, nothing. I respected him at the time. I respected who I thought he was. I felt like he was real. And I felt like I didn't want, me, I felt like I wasn't dealing with fake people. And I just did it out of just, you know, doing the right thing. Later on, he did. He insisted for me to get something out of it, and Young Buck got on one of the artist's songs that I ended up paying for. But after that, we started a relationship, and that's why all right, things happen for a reason. And, all these years later, it was like, we sat down, like he just couldn't believe it. And after I gave him back to China, yeah, we had a relationship where here and there, run-ins and stuff, or he'll run into Val and hop on the phone and just, uh, say what's up and stuff like that. But most of those lies are probably 99. They're just lies. Whoever those rappers are, whoever those people that think that they need to say something. I heard El Prophet said some stuff too, and you know there you have it. I'm the one that gave him back the chain. You know, no one cared to take pictures of it because it wasn't not that much of importance at the time.
I made that point too. Like, where's the nobody got a picture of this chain, and nobody is saying I put it in the box, I put the label on it, and I sent the chain. Nobody is saying this. And again, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I said, listen, there's a way that all of these stories can be true. Okay, but none of you are telling me, and they all kind of copped out of that, and they said, okay, we don't know how it got there. Somebody copped it, somebody else got it there, and then it's like, all right, this story can happen after that. But now they're hell bent against that, and
Yeah.
everybody's
I
And
allowing
wanna
just to add to it, I want to make sure that the people that actually took the chain, I made sure they got something out of it, right? I felt like, they could kind of be, out of respect, they made sure they gave the jewelry back to me and all that
I think we lost your signal a little bit.
goes, you know.
We
we're
lost
losing
you a
you.
little bit, Jay, but
I
it's
do
good. Go
wanna
ahead,
I
Pete.
wanna I wanna say that about 50, man. I really gotta say 50 a real one. He ain't out there clout chasing. He don't have to, look at all he has accomplished. And I wouldn't ever sign with him if I thought that he was on that, BS. He ain't Ricky Ross for sure. He ain't out there flexing or, exaggerating shit. And I respect that about him.
Salute. So there's your answer, y'all. Everybody can say what they want to say. These guys are saying it cut and dry. They're throwing around names over there. They said the Godfather's gonna speak. Cool. We'll hear the story, but
And I never heard of no Godfather nowhere. I mean, that's a title they're giving them, but
If it is the same person, we don't. I mean, that's how much they know. That's not his name, and so
right,
I
it's the
would
name
say
they
whoever
got
this,
for him.
yeah, for whatever my guy is, he's heavy. He was heavy on the street, for sure, shot caller, right? And simple as that. But a lot of stuff are made up, and it's just crazy how something like a chain, and Tony Yayo said it best. I didn't have to threaten anyone, but they knew what it was. Simple. It was out of respect. It was that's it.
Yeah, I feel like that was inferred. It's inferred. Yeah, you don't want to say no to some guys that control how you eat.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you, and for those who are in the street, it's like I have to ask for a favor. It's like, yo, the person that we're eating off of, needs this back, and I even give, even my associate. It was no question. Like, here, let me give it back to you.
Right. If you
Simple. It was
let the
no,
story
there was
be
no
told,
argument.
it
Like,
was
it's
hard. It was
not what.
difficult. Oh, the whole world had to get shut down. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man,
I
relax.
mean, but it was inferred, right? Like they know. I'm not saying that we didn't have that
Right.
access to be able to do something like that either. You get me?
Right. Right.
But it didn't have to go that way. For all those people who are in the streets that said, "Yeah, well, yeah, right, you were not going to tell me what to do." Listen, for sure, no one would ever have listened to me or my brother, but they were going to listen to whoever they had to answer to. Simple. And that
Absolutely.
person, for sure, was going to do whatever we asked them to do.